Whoa, Jesus, Will, how many times have you passed out drunk from all the alcohol you've been taking? Yeah. Anyways, hello everybody, welcome back from our Let's Play Nice Journey Dreams. I'm Hunter, the one who's there, friend of Polar Bear. And in the last thing, which was the finale, we defeated Wise Man for a third effing time. God damn, son, seriously. How many times do you have to punch him in the face before he falls down crying? God. Yeah, we defeated him again, we all had to cry, and then stuff happened, magic and beautiful. And this part, we are going to go jump at the fountain to become the Freakazoid. Freakazoid. He has blue hair and red eyes. Freakazoid. Freakazoid. No, he doesn't have red eyes, but that would be even creepier. Yeah, we're gonna become this character again. And a little thing I wanted to clear up from the last video. The part 0 of Sonic Adventure is actually not going to be up until... It's actually going to be up a little bit earlier, particularly because the 20th anniversary, the actual date falls on the 23rd, not the 26th like I previously thought. But the LP's still going to start on the 26th because I already said it there, and can't change that now, can I? No. No, I can't. So what we're going to do is explore the My Dream! That thing I briefly explained. It didn't really go over all that much in the last part. A couple of parts that have been here. Just like a couple of times. Jesus, kid, your eyes! Ugh. Yeah, and this is not actually my LP file. I just renamed it to my name because it was more inconvenient. My LP file is now called LP Peekins. No reason why, just wanted to call it LP Peekins. So yeah, basically the gimmick of this is it's kind of like, well, let me put it more simple. Whoa, a lot of dead Nighttopians. Jesus. Okay. You know the Chow Gardens in Sonic Adventure and Sonic Adventure 2? Well, basically, I don't know why you're splitting water. Basically imagine that, but with less customization. And a lot more tedious and difficult and annoying as fuck. Because, well, okay, we'll talk about those guys later. Basically the thing with this is that, well, how do I put this? Okay, you know how I paraloop those Nighttopians in the levels sometimes? Yeah, basically every time you do that, one of them ends up here. They can also breed, do all that kind of stuff. And your blue chips act as basically health. Kind of like how a Chow needs nurturing caring, except they don't. You could just leave them. But the thing with this is that unlike a Chow Garden, time doesn't pass. Time passes not only while you're in it, but while you're out of it. While you're playing the game in general, time passes in this. So yeah, kind of a probability chance for lots of death and destruction. What else? Depending on how many times you beat a certain level, or depending on how many times you play levels, the landscape changes and scenery and all that kind of jazz. Nighttopians can also have sex invisibly. They just touch each other and then an egg pops between them. I don't know how it works either, just don't ask. Yeah, like I said, in order to defeat them, you have to throw chips at them. You can tell how much health they have by the halos on top of their heads. But the one thing that really ticks me off is that you can't name them. They come with stupid names that are basically a mix of vowels and synonyms. Or those things that aren't vowels that I don't remember the names of for some unexplainable reason. So yeah, as you can tell, there's like the notes from Memory Forest that play the same damn thing every time you touch them. Oh no, they don't. Never mind. Yeah. So like certain things from certain levels will appear if you played them enough times, like the notes from Memory Forest or the cards from Lost Park's Camelon Battle. And a hot air balloon from somewhere, I don't know where. What else is there? Let's see. There's also a Wi-Fi thing for that, but it's basically you could just go to another person's garden. Nothing much. Nothing much at all. The max Nighttopians you can have at a garden at one time is 70. It's a lot of Nighttopians. You can also have Nightmarians in here too, but they have a tendency to eat the Nighttopians, and it's not very fun. But if you manage to yeah, that's basically how they have sex. They just touch each other and their eggs explode and then poop comes out an egg. As you can tell, this one has a fish for a head. Yes, you heard me right, a fish for a head. You're probably wondering, well, how in the ever-loving God can we get this? Well, the generalization of the species of Nighttopians is that they're actually called peons because they're just... There's regular Nighttopians, and then there's these things. These are called mepions. I don't know why they're called mepions, but in order to get one of these things, you have to be lucky enough to paraloop a Nightmarian and a Nighttopian in the same paraloop. If you do that, you'll end up with a freakish creation of nature. What is this? God, what the fuck is up with this thing? Yeah. So, I don't really like this as much as I like the Trial Grounds of Sonic Adventure, particularly because, well, when you get about 70 of the damn bloody things, it's a bit difficult to manage. A lot difficult to manage, in fact. Yeah. In addition to that, there isn't really any connectivity where you can take an Nighttopian on the go, particularly because SyKhotic was lazy. That, and, well, I think SyKhotic was lazy. Actually, this is technically the first thing. This came before Child Gardens, but it wasn't in like an open space. You actually had to manage them in the levels. They stayed in the levels in the first game, at least from what I can understand. I know there's another type of PN called a King Nighttopian, which is basically a huge goddamn Nighttopian with a crown, and it's huge, like massive, like just gigantuous. Seriously, it's freaking huge. But I have not gotten one in all the time I played this game. This, actually, I'll let Owl explain this. Probably easier if I do it. Well, let him do it. Within this area, the light from the strong idiot keeps Nighttopians from losing their strength. If you find one you like, you can put it in here. You can only fit 5, though. Alright. So that's basically it. That's basically it. Not much else. So that's basically it. I'm not sure if I said it. Yeah, so besides the fact that the part 0 of Sonic Adventure is coming out on the Thursday, I think it is. The Thursday. Yeah, the Thursday. There will not be a part 0 for the side LP that follows it, but there will be a hint in the part 0 of Sonic Adventure that will hint towards what the next side LP is going to be. That's basically my thought of it, and besides, it'll probably end up looking cooler that way. So, anyways, next time on the whatever thing I'm gonna do next, this is side LP, which I'm not telling you, but it's pretty damn obvious. I will meet you and do stuff with you then. So, until next time, this is Hunter signing out and saying see you later, and open the door to the birdlet while you say goodbye! That kid is going to heaven. Bye-bye.